for all these years? What if BLC-1 was proof of an advanced alien civilization trying to communicate with Earth? The idea was thrilling but also required careful investigation. Proxima Centauri is a fascinating star system for another reason too. It has at least 2 planets orbiting around it, one of which, called Proxima b, is in the habitable zone. This means that it's at just the right distance from the star where liquid water could exist, making it a potential place for life. So when scientists found that BLC-1 appeared to come from this system, they couldn't help but wonder if it could be connected to life on Proxima b. But detecting such a signal wasn't enough to jump to conclusions. For decades, astronomers had been looking for signs of intelligent life beyond Earth, and many mysterious signals had turned out to be false alarms. Often, these signals were caused by interference from human-made sources like satellites, aircraft, or other electronic devices. Could BLC-1 be one of these? At first, this signal didn't match any known human-made signals. It had a narrow band frequency, which is something typically associated with technology rather than natural cosmic events. It also lasted for several hours and appeared to disappear when the telescope moved away from Proxima Centauri, making it seem like it was truly coming from that direction. Everything about it seemed so promising. Was it possible that we were finally on the verge of confirming the existence of intelligent alien life? Excitement around this mysterious signal continued to grow as scientists dug deeper into the data. For months, they worked tirelessly, analyzing the signal, looking for clues and trying to understand what could have caused it. However, as they dug deeper, they realized that things weren't adding up. First, they couldn't find any repeated signals. If BLC-1 were a real message from aliens, you'd expect the signal to show up again in the same way. But after months of observations, BLC-1 never reappeared. This was a major red flag. Real extraterrestrial signals like the ones we send out into space usually repeat or follow a pattern. The fact that BLC-1 didn't come back suggested that it might not be an intentional signal at all. Next, they looked even more closely at the frequency of the signal and how it behaved over time. What they found was disappointing. BLC-1 had small drifts in frequency that looked suspiciously like radio interference from human-made technology. This kind of drift happens when something moves or changes slightly, like a piece of equipment shifting or a signal bouncing off an object. In other words, it didn't seem like something from deep space. Finally, in early 2021, after much anticipation, the scientists made an official statement and revealed that BLC-1 was almost certainly not from aliens. The signal was likely caused by human-made radio interference, possibly from some unknown source near the observatory or from equipment used during the observations. In the case of BLC-1, it seems the signal was produced by a human source, but it was still unclear exactly which piece of equipment was responsible. What was certain, though, was that this wasn't the long-awaited message from an alien civilization. But wait, there is a new twist in this search. Recently, 2 research groups have again found something very strange about this mysterious signal. After months of further analysis, they discovered patterns within the original data that they hadn't seen before. These new findings have caused a stir in the scientific community. In mid-2024, 2 separate research groups, one from the United States and another from China, made headlines by announcing that they had reanalyzed the BLC-1 data and found something surprising. Using new analytical techniques, these teams identified subtle variations in the signal that had gone unnoticed during the initial investigation. These variations were too structured, too precise, to be the result of mere interference. Both groups, working independently, reached the same conclusion that BLC-1 might not be interference after all. The signal's behavior was unlike anything that could be explained by natural or human-made sources. Instead, The new findings pointed to the possibility that BLC-1 could be an artificial signal, one deliberately sent by an intelligent civilization.